Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
What's good? Wally here from Gig.ng. The Galaxy S9 Plus arrived in the mail today. I pre-ordered on Jumia Nigeria last week. It was delivered this morning with this free wireless charger stand. I've always wanted to buy this, In this video, I'm unboxing and giving my first impressions. So, if you're in Nigeria and you got this from any of the approved retailers, you've got some bonus data deals waiting for you on MTN and 9 Mobile. 100% data bonus for 6 months. So if you have a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and you're wondering whether you should upgrade to the Galaxy S9 Plus or not, the major differences are the bigger 6 gigs of RAM, the upgraded rear camera with variable aperture. This is actually the first smartphone ever with this feature. You have the new telephoto lens for better zoom and portrait mode, super slow motion, much better stereo speakers, a faster processor. And on this unit, I'm expecting a Samsung Exynos 9810 processor since it's a variant made for Middle Eastern Africa. If you're in the US or China, you most likely have a Snapdragon 845 variant. But the main design is still more or less the same as the S8 Plus. Unboxing the phone, you have the usual SIM ejector tool, this transparent bumper case which is very flexible, documentations, the phone itself, which we're going to check later. Here is a fast charging wall adapter, a USB connector which is super useful, a micro USB connector, a USB Type-C cable, a pair of AKG earphones, and some extra earbuds. Checking out the phone, it looks more or less the same as the S8 Plus. Samsung is still retaining this design except for some little changes here and there. When I reviewed the Galaxy S8 Plus last year, I complained about the position of the fingerprint sensor. Apart from the fact that it was pretty hard to reach, you couldn't help but leave smudges on your camera every now and then. Unlike Apple, Samsung seems to listen. The fingerprint sensor is in a better position, below the camera. Now you have a dual camera setup on the Galaxy S9 Plus. This is another feature that sets it apart from the regular Galaxy S9 and last year's Galaxy S8 Plus. On this phone, the biggest and most important feature is the camera. For the first time ever, we have a smartphone lens with variable aperture, and it switches automatically between f1.5 and f2.4 depending on the amount of light available. Based on my little test, it improves low light photography. You can as well adjust it manually, and I think photographers are really gonna like this. I can't wait to do a full review on the camera. Here emoji is definitely Samsung's response to Apple's Animoji, which I don't even use on the iPhone 10 by the way. It's quite different from Animoji though. It takes a regular picture of your face and turns it to a 3D model which you can customize to taste. There is some too with filters similar to Snapchat, but this thing really looks like a work in progress. The sound quality on the S9 Plus is definitely better thanks to the stereo speakers. One at the bottom here, the other integrated with the earpiece, and yeah, you've got Dolby Atmos on this thing. Sadly, this dedicated Bixby button is still here, and I'm sure a lot of people prefer Google Assistant anyway. Talking about the general design, if you like the S8 Plus, you're definitely going to like the S9 Plus. Just like every other phone on the market right now, it's pretty fragile and you don't want to use this without a case. So, if you ask me if it's worth the upgrade, well, yeah. The camera looks like a pretty big deal, and the bigger 6 gigs of RAM is definitely something. But there's still a lot to talk about in the full review. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe.